All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Eric Bear channel, where I am broadcasting live from downtown Hollywood. Here we are, and I'm at the corner of La Brea in Hollywood at the Beatles exhibit here, where Eric Garcetti doing something very unnatural as a mayor, but has decided to barricade himself in here. Eric Garcetti has decided to set up during this triangle. And here we go, a guy coming to say hi to Eric Garcetti right there, skateboarding over and trying to see what is going on in here. Eric Garcetti has finally found a place to hang his hat. There's his hat. And Eric's hanging out in here. He's got a perimeter zone of clothing, plastic bags set up, and then privacy fencing just because there's a lot of traffic. And then he's in the middle, right in the middle there. And I've got somebody that wants to get in on the picture. I think he's a paparazzi guy. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's happening. Eric Garcetti, right? And how strategic this is. Eric Garcetti has used his tennis shoes to pull out his clothing and keep it. Actually, I think this is laundered clothing, and actually decorate for Christmas at the same time. Ingenious. Plus, nice living room set Eric has designed here. And he's doing this to say, you know what? I really want to come down to earth and meet with the people that I put out of work with all these ridiculous mandates, and just be with them. And so come by, say hi to Eric Garcetti again. Broadcasting live, Eric Bear on the Eric Bear channel. This is Hollywood and La Brea. So pathetic. This place used to be like poppin'. So sad. Darn socialism. All right, that's all I'm gonna say for now. And I hope that we really grow as Americans. And there's definitely a way to, if you can go to the big stores and have a lot of stuff going on there, there's definitely ways to make this happen, and to have where the small store owners are not going to go out of business. Tin Horn, look that up. Tin Horn, it's in Burbank. He took a stand against the Burbank city and said, I'm opening my restaurant. The guy, his business is booming right now. He says, I don't really care if I get a fine or not, or they take away our liquor license. I don't care. Either way, if we don't do something, we're not going to have a business. So this is what business owners are facing. And again, it's an attack on small segments of business owners. So that's what I think. And oh, that was Eric Garcetti. He just left in a herd of turtles in a nasty sports car from the middle of his tent city. I think that he was scared with this is going to go live. Okay, all right.
Now, live from the South Pole, opposite of Santa's winter holiday home, we bring to you a fireside presidential press conference with Eric Bear.
Ready?
Alright, so one final question for the evening. Something that came to my mind is, how do you feel about different areas within LA receiving more money than other districts, such as Beverly Hills getting more profit than, say, a town like Compton or South LA?
That's a good question. Well, in the first couple things that come up are education and police. And like I was saying, come in with a confident attitude. Well, the kids in Compton are definitely at more of a disadvantage than the kids at Beverly Hills, because they have a lot more funds coming their way, a lot more, manners that they've already been taught, things like this. Those same type of things that the Beverly Hills kids have should be in Compton. So I believe a unified school system. In other words, if Beverly Hills has a nice pool, Compton should have a nice pool. If they have a nice football stadium, Compton should have a nice football stadium. And that should be the same way throughout the state. Again, all those funds should be managed by the states, not the local governments, because then the local governments can escalate the properties up where other people can't afford them. Now, I agree that there's nicer areas than others. I understand that. I understand that people maintain their properties better than others. You can't really control people on that, so to speak. But also with the police should be a unified, same protection across the state, period. So education and that, it should be the same. That's what I feel.
Equality.
Equality, yes. And some people might call that socialism. I wouldn't call that socialism. I just say that it should be, the right thing to do. Okay. Next question.
Actually, I think that was all for now, right? Or you want to talk about something else? Yeah. I mean, we can talk about more things.
No, yeah. If that's it. I don't know if you had another thought there.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a thought. I think you answered that beautifully.
What are they teaching in colleges now? Can I toss that back to you? Can you tell me that or no?
Well,
share what you'd like to share. Yeah, but I'd like to hear, because I've heard a lot of different things. I mean, what are they actually teaching in colleges now?
Well, white privilege is one of them. How we need to understand our privilege as a, Caucasian female or male. And that also means that since we're a part of a dominant group in society, which is, the white people, the white race, we need to realize our privilege over others. Basically, we have a roof over our head, that came from some sort of privilege, as other people are suffering on the street. And the list goes on and on. Just imagine all the other things, the type of vehicle you own, who created those factories, who made those factories. The ruling class in society made them. A capitalistic society made those because they, were born in, in a wealthy family, I guess.
Yeah, just let me jump in. I love what Jordan Peterson said that in Germany they're capitalists, in Africa there's capitalists, every single part of this world there's capitalists. Plus there's abuse to kids all over the world. There's one area of Africa where the kids fish, and then if the kids try to eat the fish, they get beaten almost senseless, and they don't have hospitals, and these kids are enslaved, they're in slavery there. There's working kids in China that are probably working for American companies. I don't know. Those companies, I think, should be called out. My brother was talking about this with some companies, but there's American companies that they're making, widgets, shoes, clothing, whatever it is, and that's just terrible. You don't do that at the expense of somebody else's, health or something like that, especially children. But those are the things that I would respond back is like, why don't you take care of some of these other things that are going on in the world that are super big atrocities? Yeah, we can take care of here, and but we got a lot of laws here, and we got a lot of attorneys. The rest of the world and those kids don't have a lot of laws and don't have a lot of attorneys that are protecting them. What are you doing to help them out? That's what I would toss back to this whole, people that are like, oh, whites are bad. And by the way, my daughter's white, and she rescued a baby from India. And I almost want to say that line from the movie Wanted, what have you done lately? By the way, there's a little profanity in there. Maybe you should go watch that movie. But what have you done lately to help somebody else out? That's what I would challenge you back. And I'm not going to say all the things I've done, but I am going to say one thing, like, again, what my daughter has done. And there's other things that my children have done, and other things that my relatives have done, and my mom and my dad. But what have you done lately? You that are trying to judge everybody else. There we go. Something else?
No, Eric, I think that was it for today, right?
Good. So with that, I'm going to wish you, whatever this plays, if it's after Christmas, Merry Christmas. If not, a great New Year. And just, find the love of God in your own way, in your own heart, These are going to answer a lot of the problems to your social dilemma. And stop blaming other people for your problems and go out there and change the world for a positive direction. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for writing any comments that you like to. Have a great day.